Hmm.
Hello students, now we are going to discuss sixth problem on computation of TDS. Now they have given from the following details of income, compute TDS amount for each transaction. Now look at first item what they have given, withdrawn from EPF by an employee who has worked for 3 years, rupees 60,000, furnishing PAN. Now when they have given withdrawal from EPF, we have to refer to the provisions of section 192. Now according to section 192, again if there is any withdrawal made by EPF before completing the service of 5 years, and if the amount of withdrawal is more than 30,000, then such person should submit form 15G or H along with PAN. Then no TDS will be deducted. But here the amount of withdrawal by EPF, who is a person who is having less than 5 years of service and withdrawal is more than 30,000, they have not given whether he has submitted form 15G or H, but he has only furnished only PAN. That means TDS is applicable in this case. So under particulars, write down withdrawal from EPF. So withdrawal from EPF. Withdrawal from EPF. How much he has withdrawn? 60,000 is the amount. So on the 60,000, 10% of TDS is applicable. Until and unless the furnishers or submit form 15G and H, TDS will be applicable on the same. So 10% on 60,000 will be 6,000. So the amount of TDS is 6,000. Now second item they have given, dividend from unlisted company is 5,000 rupees. Now whenever there is a dividend received from unlisted company which is more than 2,500, then again 10% of TDS will be applicable on the same. Here they have given amount of dividend is 5,000. That means it is more than 2,500. So TDS is applicable at the rate of 10%. So write down dividend on unlisted, dividend from unlisted company. So how much dividend they are receiving from unlisted company? 5,000 rupees. And the rate of TDS is 10%. So 10% on 5,000 will be 500. Now third item they are given, winnings from horse race is 20,000. So it will be under casual income. So whenever there is casual income which is more than 10,000, then again 30% of the TDS will be computed. Now here the amount is more than 10,000 which is 20,000. So write down under particulars winnings from horse race. So winnings from horse race amount is 20,000. Now the rate of TDS on casual income is 30%. So 30% on 20,000 is how much? It is 6,000. Then again fourth item they have given insurance commission. Commission on insurance earned by an agent is 18,000 rupees. So whenever there is an insurance commission, I told you the insurance commission should be more than 15,000 rupees. Now here it is 18,000. So since it is more than 15,000 rupees, it is subjected to TDS. So now TDS on 18,000 will be computed at the rate of 5%. So insurance commission, the rate of TDS is 5%. So write down under particulars insurance commission received. So insurance commission received is how much? 18,000. And the rate of TDS applicable on the same is 5%. So 5% on 18,000 if you compute, the amount of TDS will be 900 rupees. Then again withdrawal from NSS, withdrawal from National Savings Scheme. So whenever there is withdrawal from National Savings Scheme, again how much they are given? 2,000 rupees has been withdrawn. Now only if the withdrawal amount from National Savings Scheme is more than 2,500, then only TDS will be applicable. So here since the amount is less than 2,500, that is only 2,000, there will be no TDS deducted. But anyways, we have to show in the problem. So write down withdrawal from National Saving Certificate. How much is the amount they have withdrawn? They have withdrawn 2,000 rupees. So TDS is not applicable, it is exempt. Then again next item what they have given, rent paid to building is 5,40,000 per annum. So whenever they give rent, you have to see whether the monthly rent is in excess of 50,000. Now they have given annual rent is 5,40,000. So write down rent to building. So for the entire year, how much rent they are paying to building? 5,40,000. Now this 5,40,000 we have to divide by 12 months, and we have to see how much is the monthly rent. So 5,40,000 if you divide by 12 months, how much do you get? You will get monthly rent as 45,000. Now monthly rent is how much? 45,000. That means it is not in excess of 50,000. So that means TDS is not applicable in this case. So in this case also it will be exempt from payment of TDS. Then again next item they have given dividend from Indian company listed in BSE. So it is a listed company, domestic company. Again, whatever dividend you receive from listed company, it will be exempted from payment of TDS. So write down dividend from listed company. So dividend from listed company will be exempt from payment of TDS. TDS will not be applicable. How much dividend they are receiving? 3,000 rupees. So it is exempt. Then what is next item? Winnings from lottery they have given as 1 lakh rupees. So winnings from lottery is a casual income. So it is more than 10,000 rupees. So winnings from lottery they are saying it is 1 lakh rupees. So since it is more than 10,000 rupees, 30% of TDS should be computed on the same. So under particular write down winning from lottery. So what is the amount of winning from lottery? It is 1 lakh rupees. Now on this 1 lakh rupees we have to compute 30% of TDS, which will be 30,000 rupees. Now again last item they have given interest on post office deposits. Now whether it is interest on securities, interest on post office deposits, interest on term deposits or fixed deposit, if it is in excess of 10,000 rupees, 10% of TDS will be deducted. So write down interest on post office deposits. So how much is the interest on post office deposits they are receiving? They are receiving 12,000. So it is more than 10,000. So 12,000 is more than 10,000. So 10% of TDS will be deducted on same. So 10% on 12,000 will be 1,200. So this is how we have to solve the problem. Hope you have understood the problem. Thank you.